That's fine.
All right. Hey, guys.
All right, we're back after extended break.
That was something else. That
Dustin
match.
had a marathon match against Frisco's other Namekian deck, but
that was
came
something.
out on top
Ugh.
with some cool top decking.
Yeah. No kidding. I think he top decked Spheres twice.
Yeah. I mean, he used Hurry Quest with ball 7 to top deck stuff, and then captured Frisco's ball 3 to draw those cards. So.
Well, no, and then he got another sphere.
He hard drew a sphere too. At one point.
Twice. That's what I mean. He just blind drew those spheres.
I've known Dustin a long time. Played against him a lot of games. That man is like a sphere magnet. Every game, every time he's got sphere.
It was.
Anyway, we're at top 4 here finally.
No, not versus Phil. Phil unfortunately lost.
We're not seeing Phil. Instead, we have the Phil Slayer, Brandon Suchin, and Blue 17. I understand it was a close game.
Yeah, it sounded like it went bad right at the end.
We're still looking for our first close game on stream here. Hopefully we get it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice. Or we could have another one of those hour-long marathon games. Phil was using blue Android 20.
Yeah.
Protective.
It was basically a blue mirror.
It was close. I mean, they're very different builds.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but yeah, it's still 2 blue protective decks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounded like I didn't actually catch the end of his, but it sounded like the last combat Phil drew like
butts.
He drew like just terrible, and that's what caused.
What I understand.
Yeah.
But I mean, a game isn't often down to like 1 card, 1 draw. So
it looks like Dustin is starting. Game. He's got a fusion.
He's got making fusion. We're off. This should be an interesting matchup.
He's got a flinch and also maximum will, I believe. I think.
He stopped moving his hand around. Yep, that's what it is.
It looked like it.
So
I can vaguely tell from what the pictures are.
It's a cool defensive deck. We saw it earlier with Dustin.
And we saw Brandon earlier,
We did see Brandon earlier, but with I think Dustin probably has an advantage here, not because of Dragon Ball, but because this Piccolo deck, between its anger and its power levels, will keep the stage damage of Blue 17 at bay. But once Blue gets rolling with some stretch kicks and a biting drill, it doesn't take much.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's got a
we'll see what
Dragon
happens
Clan,
here.
I believe. He's got a sphere, I think.
There's that
flinch.
Sphere. And time also.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's dead.
So he's gonna dish the sphere and keep the flinch in the discards.
Yeah.
Key buildup.
Woohoo!
Always a cool card to drop. And that card wins games.
Yeah, it's a big attack.
Mm-hmm. And you can just kind of store it for exactly when you need it. Especially, I don't remember if Brandon's running mental drills, but if you are, then you know exactly when to pitch it out.
Mm-hmm. Can't see your hand, Dustin. He's got a...
I see it. Patient block.
Time. Still.
Yeah, he's going to hold on to that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Pass, ditch time, ditch hurry quest, put the patient block on top.
All right.
And Dustin's explaining how the restorative mastery works exactly, which, if you're not paying attention, you can discard it, you rejuvenate, and then at the end of the turn, you reveal your bottom life deck card, and if it's styled or a Dragon Ball, you can put it at the top of your...
No, you put it in your hand and put
a card
anything
from your hand on top of your life deck.
Generally, I feel, at least like Dustin and with the little I've used restored, it's just like take the bottom and put it on top.
It's just a lot faster that way, but
but
there are instances where you'd want to put it back into your hand and then trade out for something else.
Looks like combat, maybe?
Right,
no, or did he? I don't know. Maybe not.
It doesn't look like it.
Maybe not. I don't know. It looked like he had.
Yeah, and Dustin passes.
Optic Beam and...
Keep that patient block on top.
Crushing Beam, I believe.
Double Strike.
Or Double Strike. Reading what it does.
It's a lot of text on that card.
Yeah. Gross.
One of the more important things to remember is that it's an event.
Got a ban. Woohoo.
Get in. Get in and shut up.
And what is that drill?
That is positioning drill.
And he's got a stretch kick and another key build.
2 key build-ups and a stretch kick. So Brandon's built a pretty nice board here. Although
yeah.
Dustin's probably wishing he kept time now.
Yeah, if he rejuves that, he can't put it back because it's not styled.
Right.
He's got smoothness, but...
Making smoothness drill, but he doesn't have the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, or allies.
He's
Yeah.
not going to have the allies at any
No,
point.
but that's what the
Right.
card does. Da, da, da.
Someday, when Namekian ally is viable.
Go Han, go. Ah,
So, whenever we see a combat here, I wouldn't be at all surprised that Dustin pitches that Namekian Dragon Clan early. He goes for Namek 4, assuming Brandon doesn't lead on like a blue betrayal to get rid of it, knowing that that's coming.
looks like
So that's a
Brandon
lot of
has a
offense
ball
on the
7. It looks
on the
like,
board.
or no, maybe that was a
Visiting.
visiting. I thought it looked like a. I don't know. It's been a long day. Hour 7.
Want a granola bar?
Nah, I'm okay. I'll survive. That exactly. How did you know? Clearly on top of things. It's riveting. Board building.
Yeah, I mean, Dustin's not necessarily an aggressive player, and it's not necessarily an aggressive deck, but he's a smart, active player, and he'll declare combats at the right time. And
Yeah.
given the board state, this is not the right time anytime soon
No.
here.
See, he's got a
Maybe.
confrontation, or I think it's
It's like a
confrontation.
knee block, confrontation, and
Thought
a
I saw a
digger, grave
dig.
digger.
Okay, yeah.
probably not going to want to put 17 up a level unless you do it a couple times.
Yeah, multi-dig.
Multi-dig. So you knee blocks to the top with
Multi-dig.
rejuvenation.
A whole combat of digs.
Now Brandon's on a little bit of a clock. He's going to have to enter before Dustin just levels up off of natural knee block rejuvenations. Or he just pass for 20 turns and lose. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
Someday. That used to be how set one Namekian decks go. You just pass,
I get
win.
fair enough.
But looks like we got a combat here. He's going to visit for the head knock.
Woohoo.
Put a positioning drill on the bottom. See what.
He's got knee block,
Stare down. We're all going to see it.
confrontation.
Maximum will, knee block.
Da, da, da.
Namekian silencing.
Disturbance. Yeah.
It's a cool card.
Does stuff.
It's a nice third searcher for the deck, especially for a deck that can level up.
So long, confrontation.
So long, confrontation. So we'll see what he does here.
He's got options.
There's a lot of options, right? You get that Dragon Clan on the table, you start looking at all the different things he can draw. I mean, if he manages to lose a stage, he could go for Namek 5 and gain 4 anger, which
Yeah.
I will say as many times as I can. And the Namek 4 is looking pretty good right now. And he's
Yep,
going to
there we
Dragon Clan
go.
for something. Yep, there's Namek 4. Both the key builders.
Fair
Nice
enough.
play.
Yeah. Not necessarily a wrong choice.
No, and I think he's looking at his hand in the game state. He'll know won't be on level 1 for very long, so he can soak some stage damage.
Yeah.
And it's better to just keep those hard life card attacks off the table.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially, I think, is that lower your anger or raise your anger?
What?
The key build-ups?
I feel like it's raised.
I think it's lower your opponent's anger one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he also keeps that from affecting.
That's true. Yeah, he wants to get just higher.
So he
in
needs
general.
1 anger in his hand plus mastery to get to level 2. Oh, he needs 6 anger, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see if
Oh,
he can
yeah,
get
that's
any
right. It's
anger here.
blue.
Yep.
That's right.
It's the last thing you remember about the matchup somehow. Oh yeah, every time.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if we've been playing it that way for a year.
Nope. Something's
We're
happening.
gonna count and point at cards.
Mess with our discard pile. I don't know what's happening.
Waiting on a play here from Brandon.
Contemplating life.
His pointed dice corners that he's been using for years and years. Every time, never loses them. Hey, we got a choke.
Choke.
I'm sure he remembers that Dustin has the knee block in his hand, but see if he's just baiting it out. Probably not. You don't want to lose that dynamic 4 right now.
Yeah.
I think probably going to see that stopped.
Probably. Is he gonna do it? Oh, my land.
Maybe considering letting him steal Namek 4 and then capturing it back to clear off the rest of Brandon's board.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nope, there we go. Get blocked.
I'm not sure how well Dustin knows Brandon's deck here. He could be wondering how many more hard life card energy type attacks he's got. That's where I'm going with that. He drops the fusion now, so just in case Namek 4 gets stolen, he gets to use it. Unfortunately, he drew ball 1, but
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
He could pitch it to the
Right,
mastery.
that's a mastery play now.
17's
Card
power.
Gonna line up his army of vans.
The van army. The fleet.
The fleet. I wish we could have had a 17 mirror today. Those are so much fun to watch. Oh well.
I know there were some during the day.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount of 17s, I believe.
There were a lot of 17s today. It's nice to see one here in top 4. And we got Turles too.
Yeah.
Physical, alive, and well. Yeah. So going for
He
the mastery.
didn't pitch the Dragon Ball,
Ditch the maximum will. He's going to keep that Namek 1 in hand for later.
I suppose. Shuffle in his deck. Watch him draw another
Same.
Dragon Ball. So sad.
And depending on what Dragon Ball it is, because of the mastery, you can keep 2 Dragon Balls essentially at the end of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't see it, but
Come on. Let me see your hand, Dustin. Put it in the camera. Stop shuffling it.
he can't hear you.
No, I know.
I mean, maybe you got that whole in each other's brain thing going, so maybe you can.
Potentially. I don't know.
You do seem to get along pretty well. We got van number 1 going to get a friend.
Friend time.
The 20.
The 20.
They're not good friends, I hear.
No.
The van probably wouldn't have been as interesting if it could only take 16 and 18, but
That would be really
we're
funny.
probably only 2 sets away from at least Android 13 too,
Oh, good.
which they never met, but get in the van.
It doesn't seem like either of them are playing aggressive
No, and
at all.
Dustin's build, although it definitely wins by beatdown, it doesn't lend itself aggressive.
Looks like
Most
Dustin
of the time.
passed and is now getting hit by a head knock.
Eat the head knocks at 4 anger. And the thing with blue, ever since set 1 Blue Nappa, or set 2 Blue Nappa, is it is an aggressive deck, but also it runs a lot of dead draws like you see here. So it's not too easy to have like a consistent hard combat, especially every turn, push tempo, push damage, the way you would like with Red Turles.
Yeah.
So we'll see a lot more passing out of Blue 17 and ending combats. And we saw that in the game earlier too, where he opted to or stare down the Namek 6 rather than the Blinding Energy move just because he didn't have more attacks in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Namek 4 is gone.
Goodbye. Playing
Optic
Optic Blast.
It's going to do a nice chunk of damage if it goes through. Still has his mastery, but he only has 1 card in hand.
Yeah. And
it's
I
time.
was pretty sure it was time. I thought I saw that earlier.
Gotta get something back. Positioning drill. Head knock again. Good choice. So we've mentioned it before. If you can keep that Piccolo at level 1, it is pretty useless.
Yeah.
He runs leaping kicks and diggers, but he also definitely relies on anger to get from 1 to 2.
Because this Piccolo definitely gets up there kind of easier because of his just kind of latent abilities.
At the end of the turn, he's going to put Namek 1 back on top, keep it. We're see it. Disturbance. See cross guard and something else. Probably gonna use that cross guard to get back the making smoothness drill. There we go.
Yeah. Still needs that other ball though, unfortunately, to actually make it do
I know there's
anything.
1 card in his hand anyway.
You
But
gotta put it somewhere.
you can't just leave it out. Make sure he doesn't have anything else. Put that back on top.
Yeah.
And hopefully gain stages at some point. Brandon's got a dominance.
Woohoo! Got a face crunch and not exactly
Something
sure what he
else.
kept. It almost looked like a head knock.
Oh,
There we go.
you're gonna have a standoff between Brandon's dominance and he's just gonna toss Dynamic 2. Why bother playing that game?
I guess.
You don't want to keep it in your hand just because Brandon can keep dominance there as long as it takes. And
Yeah.
he also gets the smoothness drill effect now that he has 2 Dragon
Yeah,
Balls in play.
I'm assuming that's more of what he was going for.
Assistance drill.
Wanting the bigger hand.
He's got a leaping kick in hand, so he can get off level 1 at some
Yeah,
point.
and a hurried quest.
And hurry quest, so that's probably what he's thinking is if he ever goes up, just smack him right back down.
Yeah.
So I bet he'll keep one of those in top deck. Or that's right, he can keep both of those. So
Yeah, he can keep them both now because he's got the other.
he should still power up though. I think that'd probably be a good strategy.
Yeah. Gain your power.
He should be at
stay-
6 stages.
There you go. He remember.
There he goes.
He got there. Da, da, da.
dominance.
Another dominance and a visiting.
Now, that is the advantage of running
And
a bunch of setups and supports.
What? That's a new one,
So-
isn't it?
Blue
Entertain.
entertainment drill, yeah. So whenever you lose the stages, then it loses double.
Oh,
Or
okay.
something like that, I don't remember.
Yeah. Interesting. Dustin has 7, which he played.
An early Namek 7, just
I think he's just
Melts him
trying to
off.
maybe go ball
I think
too, and
that,
also
and it's a
bulk
pretty
up.
safe play between having Hurried Quest in hand and Namek 1
I
out.
guess that's true.
Brandon's definitely building a pretty solid board here, so Dustin's going to want to make sure he's got something in
Option,
response to that, and I think going for Dragon Ball right now would probably be a pretty solid strategy.
Yeah,
But
and
put
he's
some-
got
put
ways
some
to
fear into him.
he's got ways to steal back
Yeah.
balls, not super hard.
Yeah, he could take that Namek 4 basically whenever he wants.
Yeah. Getting a confrontation time,
I see a sphere too.
and what is his third card? No, I'm talking about what Dustin's stacking.
Yeah. He's going for the traditional, just take sphere of time confrontation.
He's got a sphere in hand right now.
Okay, so he's not going to need it.
No.
That's the cool thing about it.
He's got a sphere, leaping kick, and then a block. I don't
That's the
remember
really cool
exactly.
thing about Assistance Drill. It makes a card like Sphere that's normally hard to keep in your hand. It's very easy to keep it in your hand.
Yeah.
To keep 2 cards. So you're pretty well protected against weird stuff happening when you do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking real hard about his third card though.
Yeah,
He blocked. Mopping out. Wow, that was fast.
that was fast.
Yeah. Okay. Cody Schwartz with Red Turles in the finals.
Dang. Neat.
You heard it here first.
Get to there. He put the leaping kick on top. Oh.
Things are probably going to start happening real soon
Got a
here.
lunge. Biting drill.
Nice biting drill.
I think a head knock. Maybe 2. Can't have 2, does he?
With all the drills he's got out, if he gets one more, he'll have 4.
He's got a head knock.
Yeah.
At least 1, if not 2. The other card
Or
looks kind of green.
If Brandon's considering the fact that he can loot that ball too and put him back to 1, or if he's just going to double dominance and keep all his drills in play. We'll see what happens
Yeah.
there. That definitely burned him in the other game we played where he did dominance when he didn't need to and then got put down to 1 and lost all his drills. So I wouldn't be surprised if he
Did he?
plays more
Oh,
conservatively here and keeps 1 for later.
I don't think he milled 3 for ball 7.
I don't know.
It didn't look like he did. I think he was waiting for Dustin.
That does happen
I mean, I don't
sometimes.
know if there's not much we can really do now.
We're not going to anyway.
Yeah.
I want to sit down.
Okay.
We can turn the mic on if you'd like to commentate too. Phil's here too.
Third announcer.
Yay!
Seen an interesting game here. Dustin's got a real nice hand.
I'm settling in because I'm sure this is going to go for
Yeah,
a minute.
this could be a while unless Dustin just balls out. So as much offensive
Ah,
firepower
yeah.
as Brandon's building, I don't think it's enough to tear it through
Right.
because he's got the 10 stages, he's got leaping kick, he's got visiting.
Yep.
Do you think we should
Yes.
try and tell them that Brandon didn't mill 3 for ball 7 or
Nope.
not?
Yeah, nah.
It's a little too late
we
now.
said on the outset we're not interfering with games, so
Okay, as long as you set the ground rules.
Yeah.
That's the judge's job, and
Yeah,
there is
right.
no judge watching this match right now.
good.
Is that disturbance in play? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he has access to.
Currently nothing,
Oh,
but
he's at level 1.
he's still level 1.
I guess Brandon
Hey,
is a blue deck.
Yeah. He did get head knocked at one point.
Nice.
But Dustin has a leaping kick in hand and a hurried quest at easy access. So if he wants to do
do
any
a lot
sorts
of
of
funny
shenanigans,
things.
right,
Yeah.
it's there.
Why I'm sure he's gonna spend some time thinking.
There's a lot of options in front of
All
him.
right, yeah. Ooh,
Confronting,
that's a good hand.
That is a
double
nice
stare
hand.
down,
Too bad
a
about
stretch
that stretch
kick, and a
kick.
lunge.
Given the ratio of dead draws to live draws for Baron, I think he'll take that hand every time.
Yeah.
Dustin's probably got to go for like the lunge here. I gotta think. The stare downs.
He
Yeah.
does have a sphere,
well,
though.
I don't know what's in Dustin's hands.
He has a sphere
Okay, never mind.
and a time.
He's not. I don't think he's too worried about the head knock or the.
If he has a
stretch-
sphere
the-
and
the
a
line.
time, then that was the right play.
Yeah, for sure. He didn't visit, so must be pretty confident in whatever he's got. There's your sphere.
Yep.
Gain some anger, Dustin.
Yeah, do it. Do it. There you go.
He did it.
Doo-doo-doo.
Woohoo!
Knowledge what?
Yeah.
Pointing out.
Well, Brandon hasn't played in a tournament for a while.
No, he hasn't.
He's tearing it up today. But
No,
I think this is the first set 4 tournament he's
Yeah,
played.
he was just telling me he hasn't been here since the last 1K. Not that he like threw
Okay.
this deck together overnight, but it's not a deck he has a lot of experience with. So
Right, yeah.
and
He's
it just
doing all
Kind
right.
of shows you what a high skilled player he is.
Uh-huh. Brandon's always at our top table.
He always is,
I think
thank-
he came in top 4 at our last 1K,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was up there, I remember correctly.
With, some rogue
And-
builds.
and so did
that's what he
Dustin.
does. Oh, yeah.
All right, same faces.
I lost in top 8.
You did lose in top 8.
Do you think he's going to leap and kick?
I don't know. I mean, I gotta think so. You don't want to sit at level 1.
He
It-
might
it's-
milk the anger from it if he's trying to go for higher levels. Because if you leap and kick with this deck, you need to get to 4.
Yeah. He's probably waiting to take a physical hit and then let leaping kick.
Right, you can do
But-
that. Yeah. He could.
He
He
might.
doesn't need his level 2 power for anything right off.
No.
I mean,
It's
I'm sure he'd love to
nice,
take that
but
dynamic
yeah.
4, but
Or he might. Oh, time and hurried quest.
yeah. So I think he's gonna get tired of waiting probably and
Here
just do it.
comes.
Yeah.
So what's he gonna hit with this? I'm guessing ball.
6.
I don't know about 6.
Yeah, not 6.
I'd rather hit 5 than 6 in this
Probably.
situation. And 4 is that?
Yeah,
you
he
probably
got
don't-
5.
Four's
Blue
out.
doesn't have anyways. Is this his 4 or?
That is Dustin's 4.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, those are all his.
Well, not that one.
So he
I
takes
can't-
5 and 3, I think.
Yeah, he
I
got.
couldn't tell.
He got at least 5. I'm not sure what exactly the other one was because they were right in a row.
And yes, you used your drill.
Wah, wah. One cross guard away from coming back.
Yeah.
He hasn't mastered yet, has he?
No.
No.
So yeah, that hurry quest will open up that mastery real easily if he decides to go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon's sitting on a head knock though, so if
Right.
he times it right, he can reset that anger.
It is true. He's probably waiting for that, I bet.
Brandon hasn't even attacked yet. He's still holding on to that time.
Right. I gotta figure at least 17's power is coming.
Yeah. Hey.
Which Dustin doesn't need to block.
Right, I think he'll probably just eat the 3 stages or whatever. Piccolo
it'll
2 is still pretty
it'll
weak.
do
He'll probably
like 7
Oh yeah,
stages.
he's got fighting drill.
Yeah, he's I think 2 brackets above.
So that'll do like 5.
Well, he would be 2 brackets above. He's only at 5 above.
Or 3, 4, 6.
Deliberating. There was a moment in my match with Dustin at the last 1K. I used a stare down and forced him to trigger his Krillin power with it, which threw him off. So afterward, he didn't know it was his phase, so we just stared at each other for like 2.5 minutes.
I feel like that was the one on stream, maybe.
That was on stream. Yeah.
Alright.
There goes the time.
Yeah.
Did he declare his power or he just.
No, I'm guessing that that's what Brandon did. Yeah. It almost had to have been his power.
He didn't search for a van.
Isn't it? It's
That was
successful.
Oh yeah, there's level 2s if successful.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, hit effect.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
And Dustin's still sitting on Hurry Quest.
Yep.
So he could put that time back and then also put it back on top of his deck next
Good.
turn.
He could not because Mastery only works with styled and Dragon Balls, so he could not move it back
Okay,
up.
never mind. See, I don't have that much experience with this mastery either. Well, in that case, he could
Think
reuse that
he's-
ball
He's
7.
also he's also considering just pushing it for the card power.
Yeah,
I think
he's
that's what
hurried
doing
questing
here.
now.
That'll put it on the bottom, although he maybe doesn't want it on the bottom.
I believe he hurried quested.
Okay, he's gonna take his ball 4 back.
Probably
Probably gonna lose
his
dominance and Bargain Drill.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice. Or no, did he Mastery?
He still hasn't mastered.
Or not Mastery, I mean Piccolo
He's
Power.
used card power, yeah.
Okay, never mind. I
Needs
thought
your
he...
confrontation for
Right.
that.
I
Yeah.
think we're about to see.
He doesn't need to use it.
He doesn't.
And he already used time. I would
Yeah, that's true. Lunge. He's just
Digging.
going for it.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a mental drill.
drill.
That's something.
A 4th
Oh, yeah.
card. And a 5th
Realizes he doesn't have to show
That's
Dustin.
true.
Yeah.
card. Yeah.
He did that in his first game, Brandon.
Everyone
he,
does that.
Yeah.
That's like the
That is
most
kind of the
common
thing to
mistake in the
do,
game. Yeah.
But it is a search, so if you fail, your opponent gets to double check to verify.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Obscure rule that will very rarely come up.
I handed my opponent a deck to verify when I failed the search today, and he thought I was handing it to him to shuffle it.
I think Dustin Masteried, it looked like, but didn't
I think, yeah, just
discard.
for the 2 anger.
Yeah.
It's always a
You can bait out
cool
the
little
head
play,
knock,
right?
Or
I
I
don't-
think he might be.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know what else is in his hand, but
He's got a who? Brandon? He's got a
Yeah.
stretch kick.
oh, okay.
right. So
This is his combat, isn't it?
Yes.
I'd probably throw that head knock.
I think he's gonna.
Dustin's deck's got a lot of endurance too. You're probably not gonna
I
crit
mean-
with that head knock.
He timed like 5 minutes ago.
No, I know. I'm just saying for.
Oh,
next
for
turn.
Why
the
did?
next
Yeah,
combat.
you can't.
Yeah.
So
Come on,
he
Dustin.
is just gonna.
He
he's just
didn't.
Did he just?
He just didn't play it.
Pass.
He just discarded it.
Huh. Maybe he wants Dustin off too, which sounds good,
Yeah.
but actually isn't.
Yeah.
So again, in this situation, Dustin
If you're-
pretty much has to get to level 4.
Right. If your game plan is to capture his Dragon Balls, you do want him off too, but then you also have to be able to block his level 3.
Right. Which blue can do.
Yeah.
There's the stretch kick.
An underrated thing about Dustin's deck, I don't know how much you guys have talked about it earlier, but it
Hello.
can definitely win by survival.
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
today.
It's done that a lot.
It's definitely thick with endurance blocks and just kind of push damage.
Right. Well, that's a
Not
a
bad.
good draw. And here comes a ball.
I think ball 6. That's gonna be tough for Brandon to get through.
Yeah.
You have to keep your hand down, Dustin.
Yeah. Right.
Mental drill.
With the biting drill gone and the ball 6 in play and those stages,
Uh huh.
it's a hard wall to bust through.
If I'm Brandon right now, I'm not sure what game plan I have. I don't think he runs blue tricks, so
He does run Sinister Choke,
Okay.
which would hit right now.
yeah. I mean, but you got ball 1 to get through.
Yeah.
You got to
One
start
step
somewhere,
at a time.
right?
Yeah. There's 2
That's-
Sinister Chokes.
That's gonna be
He's
real
got
tough
a neck
for him.
beam.
Neck beam's a good hit. It'll do something for him. But
Yeah, Dustin does have 2 visitings though. so
Right.
that's no
Yeah.
joke.
Whatever he
it's
tries,
tough.
especially because even if Brandon enters with a choke right now,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what Dustin does, if he uses both visitings, then the
He
choke
will
won't
be
even
under
hit
7.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a
I'm
scary
sure
proposition.
He'll start thinking about that pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the master only puts a card back if it's a Dragon
But
Ball.
if you're Dustin, you don't want to burn both visitings at once if you don't have to. So
yeah,
you don't want to burn any if you don't have to.
sit on them
If
for a
Dustin
while.
doesn't know that Brandon's running Sinister Chokes, then
That's true. He
he
might
could
not
eat one.
necessarily know that,
Yeah.
but it's getting to that point in the environment where you just kind of expect decks are running chokes.
Right.
Yeah, he does. I had to count for myself. He does need to use both of the visitings.
Yep.
But I like,
You never know. If somebody will drop a blanket energy on you or something.
Yeah.
yeah. Knowing him though, he really loves hand advantage, so it wouldn't surprise me if he does use both.
If he gets out the assistance drill and uses both visitings, he would have to discard a card
That's so
or
funny.
put a card back. So it would put him at 4.
Dustin did say earlier that in one of his games, his average hand size throughout the game was above 5, like consistently. deck
His deck-
generates huge hands.
Yeah, his deck likes it and uses big hands a lot.
Often doesn't do much with them.
I
Well,
mean,
you
yeah.
end up you have a hurried quest hand of 5 Dragon Balls.
Right, yeah. Or, 4 blocks.
Yeah.
Adding the onslaughts to the deck helps remedy that a little.
I did like Quick Shot. Well,
Oh, I
once,
love Quick
once I
Shot.
had to go back and read it and remind myself what it did, it works real well. In the
Like
deck.
4 months ago when Dustin was
I remember
not
it
that long
right.
ago, but
Whenever we
when he was
first took a
building
look at
it,
this
yeah,
deck.
it's like Quick Shot would work really well on this deck. And he needed something with 2 endurance that would fill a capture slot. So
Yeah.
it was kind of
That's
too
what it is.
perfect. And you get it back with your mastery. Mm-hmm. The ball.
That was the interesting watching one of his other games where he had 3 Dragon Balls in hand, but he had assistance throughout, so he could top deck 1 at the end of combat, so he could keep all 3 Dragon
Right,
Balls
yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah.
turn.
That's so crazy.
Restored is so
I
obnoxious.
don't know if we've seen one this game. I'm guessing not. But Brandon is also running key buildup.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dustin got rid
Okay,
of 2
he
of
had 2
those.
Well,
early,
never
and
mind.
He had the Dragon Clan for Namek 4 to get rid of them.
Good call, Dustin.
Yep.
Oh, only
There goes
one?
visiting. I'm
for
guessing
Omniblock.
not
Hybrid
the
defense,
other.
it looks like.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was picking.
Probably not
This season-
gonna drop the other one.
I would be surprised if he used both visitings. But
He hasn't seen a Blue Betrayal yet, so maybe he's just thinking there's a good chance if he doesn't
For
use
sure.
it now, then he's not going to use it at all.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's still got his discard, so he could be doing the
He's
other
definitely thinking about it.
one. Yeah.
He might
How
just
much
be
can I do with the
exactly.
second visiting right now?
He's thinking
Yeah.
like, could I kill you right here,
Right.
or go for a Dragon Ball?
He,
He's
There
gonna
you
go
go.
for
he
it.
did go
Yeah.
both of them, so he's somewhat
Out of
clear.
Sinister Choke range.
Yeah.
Which, again, I don't even know if that matters. I can't see what's in Brandon's hand, but...
He's got it. Dustin
Well,
has
that's
a
a
choke.
good
Not a bad draw.
Dang.
Cool.
I think-
that hand,
I think he mastered
that
the
hand's
onslaught
gonna
on
move around a lot,
top.
too. Jesus.
Brandon
Jeez.
just kind of wet himself in
A
fear.
little bit.
Right. Whatever Brandon's hand is,
Not that
it's
good.
not that good. He just lost 2 stare downs, too, so... Although one of them went back into his deck. But I'm guessing he doesn't have a stare down.
He's not
So,
still in choke.
we'll
He
see
needs
what
7, right?
Brandon's...
We'll see what his opening play is here.
He
He's
needs
a calculated player. He's
Yeah.
going to look at all
Kyle,
of the
he
cards
needs
here and
7,
figure it out. Oh, he
cards
uses
for
Trust Kit.
disturbance, right?
You need what for this?
7 or not disturbance, choke.
Yeah, you need 7 cards. You
They,
can still,
yeah,
you can
he's
still
got
choke.
6 out. He
do
doesn't
that.
have 7.
Right. They both. Dustin has 5. Or they both have 6.
Oh, wait, Dustin has
Currently.
7.
No, he doesn't.
The disturbance is in play, right?
Oh yeah.
But
Okay,
no,
that
he's
is
got
7.
5 Dragon Balls.
5 Dragon Balls, the disturbance, and the personality.
Right. pick
And
one.
the
It
personality?
counts all personalities. So he
That's
is.
good. He doesn't have a choke anyway.
Yeah. Now we know.
Wrist block, 2 betrayals, it looks like, and a neck
So-
beam.
So what's the right player to use both visitings?
I didn't know MP counted. That's
Yeah.
obnoxious.
They couldn't just put allies on there.
Fair
I'm
enough.
Dustin here. I'm probably hitting the not the wrist block. I'm sorry, the neck beam. I guess. I don't know. That's an inconsequential hand, basically.
Right. It's you just kind of
I think I responded.
you're just kind of calculating what exactly you can do with your hand and if there's anything you can do to stop you. So you get rid of the wrist block. That's probably
so
the
that the
right play.
choke can go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even past the wrist block, now you're looking at a leaping kick and a level 3 power even for a ton of damage.
And double onslaught
Although,
for 5 each.
right, and that first choke, assuming it gets through, will also crit 20 and make his other personalities each lose 3 stages.
Yeah, Brandon could hold on to the neck beam to stop the choke.
Right.
But I mean, the hybrid defense is just sitting there. So
Yeah.
if I'm Brandon here, I'm just gonna.
Nice.
See you later.
See you, Brandon. Congratulations.
Yeah, if I'm Sachin, I'm going to throw a Betrayal to hit the disturbance and go from there, probably. Or use his power to poke some damage through.
Yeah.
Dustin kind of can't stop his power knowing that the neck beam is in hand. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he's using the power now.
Yeah. So he'll take a couple damage.
Take
He's
some
thinking
decent
about
damage.
He's thinking about it.
blocking and just
Accepting the neck beam.
just not really care because he's gonna go up to 3, and if Brandon wants to neck beam him to 2 or 4, then he's welcome to do it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Dustin may be transitioning a little bit towards an aggro game here, so.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this deck is right now he could spend this whole combat pressuring aggro
If he
and
has a-
still be close to a Baltic.
If he has a knee block discarded too, he could rejuvenate it right now and use your mastery to also gain a level. And it looks like he's taking the damage.
He took it. Okay.
Now what?
I-
Brandon gonna get another
Now
van or
what?
not?
I think we're gonna see a leaping kick. Alright, maybe choke. So he has seen his hand, so he knows that he's going to have to burn the neck beam if he wants to block it.
Yeah.
Unless he just
Or he
takes
could
it.
He could just take it.
You just take it, but we're gonna see that Android 20 cascade of stage damage here, I think.
At least in this situation for Brandon, it
Oh.
won't be that consequential.
Wait, not
That was just Brandon forgetting to get this.
Oh,
thing
okay.
with his power.
I was like, wait,
Does it
what?
hit?
So now he's thinking, I wonder if he's gonna take it.
Get some stages if he pitched neck beam to mastery. Not
Yeah.
that they're really gonna mean much.
Nah.
No.
But that is a cool thing that I always manage to forget. That if I do that, I will gain 4 stages.
Neck beam does a lot of things.
Right.
It's a
It has
powerful
one
card.
endurance like in the middle of the card.
It's it and Black Command are those cards that you don't
God,
even
Black
know.
Command.
Black
Endurance is buried in there.
I do like the new
The
Capsule
endurance
Corp logo.
Yeah, the endurance bubbles are one of the best changes.
Hopefully they keep it in a standardized place for some
Yeah,
time.
that's kind of gross. But
Especially like the events where it's in the bottom
There
corner.
is a reason that they are the way they are, but it's not a good reason. To identify card types at a glance.
Right.
But unless they don't have endurance. Like,
yeah.
eh.
Then you've got all those sideways cards, and who knows what they're
Right. Using 20 today, I dominations a number of times. Looked through a bunch of decks, and people put their
He is
setups
gonna
and
mastery
drills
it, it looks like.
different orientations.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so we got the block.
Yeah, neck beam's out of the way. There's no longer any threat to Dustin at all in this
Yeah.
combat.
We'll see what he does.
So anything else he gets is gravy.
He's still probably considering going up just so that he can play those onslaught twice.
Well, actually, he can't leap and kick, can he? Because
Oh,
he
you
doesn't
need-
have any balls left in his deck.
You need to, if you don't have 2 Dragon Balls, that's true. You will not
Right,
be able to.
'cause
Good point.
5 in play and 2 banished.
So you just push it for 5 stages,
Right.
which will be inconsequential.
Yep. Or just drop it to Piccolo 2. Mill
That's
a
true.
little bit. And
Where did Dustin get the anger from?
I think Brandon gave him an anger with.
yeah, Brandon's
Blue-
really
Blue
trying to push him
Mastery.
up. Which is, again,
I don't know if that's the
very
right play.
interesting.
Yeah, because the level's there for him if he wants it.
if Dustin gets to... Now the stage damage actually could matter.
Right. I'm sure he's looking at that and thinking he could use his mastery and gain 10 stages.
He's thinking about it.
I don't remember
And
what else
again,
Brandon has in his hand, but
Dustin is now, one dig away from basically balling out.
Can he get those balls back from being banished though?
only at level 4.
At level 4.
At level 4. I gotcha.
Easily and automatically at level 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Weird. So maybe he's gonna mastery to get
Thinking
up.
about it.
Ace. Or using his power.
That's true.
The hybrid defense now with the neck beam gone is basically dead weight. I mean,
And he might.
that betrayal would crit right now, by the way.
The theoretical
I wonder if he
betrayal.
realizes that, because that's
If
not.
he uses his mastery, he'll level up and
Yeah.
that will crit. But
I think
I'm not sure what just happened.
I some damage.
Just mill in 3.
So if he hasn't used his level 2, he can use that now just to draw a card. But he does want to keep all 3 of those other cards in his hand.
You could get rid of a leaping gate.
Yeah, the leaping kick's probably the card you get rid of.
Nothing wrong with this play.
Yeah, looks like
That was coming at some point.
looks like he's going to use Namek 4. Namek 2
Namek
put it
2.
down.
That's
Even
much better than
yeah.
Namek 4. Although you're giving...
He loses his drills, right?
Yeah.
Sure does. He's also,
Also,
at
he's at
5
Should
5.
be a 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dustin called it.
Maybe. There you go.
7.
Get rid of the drills.
I'm sure.
Dustin is keeping his hand face up.
Get rid of the well. They're still the drills are still
The
there.
drills!
Come on, he went down.
I'm not
There's no reason to have done that if you weren't going to discard his drills, so I'm sure he realizes it on some level.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll tell him about it later.
Alright.
Again, this is a non-interfering podcast.
Yeah.
This isn't a
It's on
podcast.
them.
Whatever.
Streaming,
what it is.
live streaming.
Oh my god.
Oh well.
Cubicorn Games, Power Mitten,
Dustin
Collective.
Morbido, my world champion.
Right. He's not the only one that's made a mistake. right?
No, there's tons.
That's why he's playing against Brandon Suchin and not me.
Care to share?
I mathed wrong.
Okay.
That's the short answer.
He was telling me that there was some lifting drill counting that went awry.
Yeah.
Got away from you a little bit.
It was a little complicated. I'm not going to discuss it here just because it would distract too much from this game.
This is turning into an interesting game here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they both made pretty big errors at this point now. With the not milling for 7 and not getting rid of those drills.
It happens. We've all been here all day.
Yeah. This match is never gonna end.
Yeah, it'll end sometime.
I'm gonna live here now. This is
We'll
my
get you a
home.
pillow.
Okay.
Justin continues taking random damage. I don't know. That one.
That was a 17 power, I think.
No, that's right. He did go
that
back
was
down to
probably
1.
17. Yep, there it is.
So minus 2 from
I
both
still
sides.
don't know what the last one was from.
I don't know.
I'll ask Dustin that later. Too.
Yeah.
It's got the full fleet.
Yep. Not exactly sure what he's gonna do with them.
There's not much you can do with them.
Yeah.
You can banish your own allies.
Get to level 3 and then make your attacks unpreventable.
I
There it
guess
is.
that's true.
That's not likely. And no refusals in blue. Dustin's going to throw a leaping kick, it looks like, for, I'm guessing, mastery, maybe power.
5 stages in life.
No, just kidding.
I mean, he's gonna do something with his hand.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping, right? You would think.
He has to level up to use the onslaught.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, it makes sense to level up anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I think I remembered.
My God.
See, they didn't need our help.
They totally did need our help.
Ooh,
One last look.
it's worth a look. That hand's going to change a lot by the end of this turn.
Yep.
One would assume.
We're still waiting on the mastery to see what he pitches.
Yeah.
And to see if he'll use Piccolo 2 first.
The dominances are mostly out of the field. I think he might have one more in attack, but he could probably safely pitch 2 at this point.
Yeah, and if he really needed to, he could either reuse it with a hurried quest
Right.
or put it back with
Maybe he's mastering.
Ball 2's a good thing to mastery if you're going to mastery.
If only he had his disturbance still.
Wah, wah.
Bah, bah,
He
bah.
could search the ball 2 back out. Lower himself a level.
Could. It's a pro play you don't see much of.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes.
Frisco's pro play in the last round of Swiss was not playing ball 2.
Yeah.
They're saying that the 3 from before was from that betrayal.
Okay. That would have done, I think, like
Would have done
5.
some damage.
Yeah.
No, but he had 6 out. So
Yeah. Right.
Okay,
the
that
5
sounds about
before
right.
the 3.
There you go, Piccolo.
All right.
Mill 2. There goes the dominance. So if what your guys are saying is true, that he lost one earlier, then that's all.
Yep. He's definitely used. He had one and then lost one dynamic 4.
yeah, he just got rid of 20. Now
Right.
losing some
Now
stages.
Put some
Stages.
stage hurt, and now Piccolo level 3 is going to hurt too.
Yep.
Yeah.
See if he,
He
drew a
dropped
physical
the
attack.
he dropped the leaping kick to that though. So
That's true, he
that's
did.
5 damage that he's not getting back. 6 damage actually.
But given the rest of his hand, I don't think he's too worried about it.
Yeah. Looks like
Yeah.
he drew a double strike.
Yep.
He can get rid of 18.
Make sure that 18
first.
doesn't absorb 2 stages somewhere along the way.
Right. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Although, I mean, they could just get banned back whenever he wants.
That's
He
true.
might hold on to that double strike just in case he brings back 20 for some reason.
That's fair.
Now he's
Alright, there's
okay.
the
There we
mastery.
go. Got to 6. Do.
Yeah. Brandon's never seen most of these cards
That's true.
before.
He's
Yeah.
definitely never played against this, but he's definitely going to regret giving him that anger pretty soon. if
Yeah.
not
Yeah, I'm
already.
pretty sure.
Yeah,
So level 3's an attack.
right.
Oh.
I thought it was a modifier.
Nope.
He's still sitting on a betrayal.
As
Right?
a fun point, even if it hits, he can put a ball back into his hand.
Now he's using Piccolo power. Looks
So
like.
he is either going to hold on to the double strike or just didn't calculate that in. I
I think he's keeping it just in case he goes for 20.
Sure, yeah. would punish a 20 really hard.
That'd be pretty funny.
I think he's
It
thinking
looks
about
like-
it.
No,
He might-
that didn't
He
crit.
might not, knowing how many cards attacks Dustin has. If he goes for 20, he's just going to get crit away again.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And we're going to see a couple of 5-life card attacks here.
Onslaught, this stage in the game, is such a huge swing.
It's too bad he didn't have Heritage Drill. They'd be doing 8 each.
Yeah, right. If it weren't for endurance, which in that case there was none,
Yeah, swinging.
so that single use is a 6-card swing, and then he gets to use it again.
You said he needed 2 balls to use Leaping Kick,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's why.
He
Guy
might
was-
have Cup 2 in his deck now.
Maybe,
Not sure.
well, yeah.
Put
I
that
After-
think
two
he's
back.
only got one. His 7's still in his hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Another
We'll see the
onslaught.
second onslaught.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so that onslaught on its own was a 10-card swing.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
And we know he's got a couple more attacks in his hand.
Double strike at least. That might be a
See a Dragon Rare.
Yeah, he might have pulled that.
Yeah, that was
With-
his
good
level 2
draw.
draw.
Yeah.
Or it might be his mastery
That was his
draw.
mastery draw, yeah. Yeah, he is going to double strike.
Okay.
Sure,
there
push
it
it.
is. Push damage.
Damage.
Ball 7's still alive.
He couldn't shuffle back ball 7 with his mastery. He did.
shuffled ball
He did
2
a different
back with
one,
his
yeah.
mastery. Well, looks like that's going to do it.
We finally got to the end of this one.
Guessing Brandon passed again.
I
Dustin
think-
still had 3 cards in his hand.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure what the last card in Brandon's hand is.
I think that's another betrayal, right?
Did he use both of them?
I think he might have.
I think you're right. I think he still has one in hand.
So I wonder if Dustin remembers that.
I don't remember
That
that.
radar might be coming out.
Yeah.
Good call. And I'll put the 7 on top.
Yep.
What else do you got?
Hurried
Quest,
quest,
quick
quick
Another hurry
shot.
quest, yeah.
Now he mills. He mill 6
Brandon honorably milling immediately
this time.
this time. That's the thing is if you wait, sometimes you forget.
Right.
did
but
last time.
That is the proper timing. I think that last combo went so bad that I think Brandon's got half his foot out the door here. He's kind
More
of
than
Yeah.
that,
eyeing his code.
I mean, Dustin looks like he got roughed up a little bit early.
He did.
I missed
Yeah, he did.
There were a couple hits, but not like he just gave to Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially with 2 Namek 7s.
that's a good card.
Yep. Pro play I saw today was him playing that against an unstoppable Sinister Choke to play the 7th Dragon Ball
To win the game.
to win the game. Brought a smile to my face.
Mm-hmm. Flinch, like Onslaught, another card that wasn't even in Dustin's original build.
Yeah.
But they're just, it's such a
I think
crowded deck.
that
It's
the
impossible to fit
the first
everything
one of the
here.
build, he wasn't sure like
It's
what
like
his average level
Flinch
would be.
time and
Right,
or
yeah.
confrontation.
Oh, there's a lot to feel
and
out
sphere.
with this deck.
Yeah.
That's a good top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 17 in this situation, the way that Brandon's got it built, what do you do when you look at a Flinch?
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't, you know,
I mean, and that's even forgetting, you know,
everything else that's
everything
going on.
else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Like, Dustin, he probably won't, but even in this situation, he could probably declare and just bully Brandon around in terms
Yeah.
of stage pressure.
Especially right. He's only got 2 stages right now. That power alone will do 7.
And
He's
slowly
not,
climb anger
okay.
up to
He's just gonna keep playing defensively here.
4 too. But yeah. What did he just top deck?
Hybrid defense.
Okay. Yeah, that deck's so mean.
I know.
Stretch kick.
It's the way I look at it with this mastery, it's like you get to keep an extra card every
It
turn.
really is.
And if you've got that drill out, it's like you get to keep 2, and then you're
Yeah.
not punching through.
He's got a face crunch and the betrayal, I think.
Brandon's only got about 5 cards left, it looks like.
He did mill 3 for ball 7 this time. It happened
Yeah, he
before
did.
Dustin picked his.
Hey, he did it straight up, just not
He
waiting.
did. He didn't forget
Yeah,
it.
he,
this time.
he didn't wait either. He didn't immediately.
Yeah.
Kyle penciling in Dustin for the next round.
That was Penn.
That was Penn, I'm sorry. I was being nice.
Things
I was
not looking
beating
good for
Brandon
17.
by 15 or 20, and
Yeah.
things went wrong. That deck racks up damage quick, gets a dominance out.
Dustin's got a
fighting
lot
back
of life
in play.
left.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can turn it real fast
I'm
if
playing
you
double
play like
tap and
Namek
kick
7,
both
but
Brandon knows too.
He passed.
He passed on a handful of attacks. Did Dustin keep that on the bottom?
He kept resourceful
So
block
he
on the
could
bottom.
dig, I assume. Like dig for cards.
He just didn't want another block.
Yeah. Do you guys know if he's running any allies?
Dustin, no.
None?
No Kami. No Corrin.
Those things can mess up your setups with
Yeah.
the Namekian Mastery, so I get it.
Yeah.
Flinch with no allies feels weird, but I
Right.
think that's the right call.
Even when I played it, just having like confrontations and chokes and stuff like that, sometimes they'd end up at the bottom, and it kind of sucked.
Right, yeah. It's with the mastery, it feels like a game where one player is in control. 'Cause if you can control the pace of the game, you always know what's on the bottom, and it's always going back on top.
Yeah.
And that's what Dustin's been able to
He's
do.
been controlling it since about turn 3.
Right.
Leads on confrontation. I think he's just gonna try and end this right here.
Brandon drew a pretty good hand.
That's a nice
but
hand.
It's probably not going to be enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the position now where Terror is not even an
Right,
obvious
he gets rid of
pick,
Terror, but he's only got 3 cards left. Terror might not have been the best pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure whatever's in Dustin's hand, it mostly doesn't matter.
But on the other hand, he only has 4 stages to work with.
Face crunch.
Well,
Yeah,
if he's
face
got a
crunch will
face
give him some
crunch, yeah,
stages.
that'll give him some extras. Plus, he could van for more stages if he needs them. He can van for 18 just to gain 2 stages.
Yep. So we'll see if he
Flinching.
searches for a Dragon Ball.
He can just reuse ball
and
7.
he's just reusing Ball 7.
Brandon is slightly befuddled.
It's a weird card interaction.
It is an extremely weird
Yeah.
interaction.
Clearly
But,
not what
yeah.
was intended when they wrote it. but-
Probably not. Flinch,
But it is
Flinch
accurate.
is super powerful, especially in
Yeah.
this deck that gets levels so easily. I mean,
7's gone.
this deck has a lot less anger in it than traditional Namekian, but it gains levels much faster
Well,
because
so
Leaping
much-
Kick
so much
and
anger
Grave
off of the
Digger
Mastery.
and the
And-
Mastery. Right.
You don't need much actual anger in your deck between your level 1 to just get up to 2. Take it easy, Matt Quinn.
in a week or two.
Bye.
Alright, we
No,
got
that's it. Yeah.
I will abandon Dustin's champion seat.
I don't know how quick are they going to get into finals though.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably immediately.
Dustin did dive right into this game after his marathon top 8 game.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Right.
he didn't seem to mind, but I'll
If
see
he
if
wants a
wants
break, he's earned it. His last match, by the way, will be against Red Turles.
Red
Yep.
Turles, Cody Schwartz.
That game will probably,
It won't
one
take
way or
that
another,
long.
will be a little bit faster.
I think this Red Turles has played a lot against Namekian, but knowledge
not like
Namekian and not
I
this
mean, never
Namekian
played
at
against
all. This is a completely different
By the way,
horse.
they are possibly doing best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'll have to ask.
It's up to the players, but that was what we were scheduled for.
Okay.
So my guess is Dustin will vote not to, just because I know Dustin.
Right. Not even,
I don't know
not
what
even for
Cody
like an
thinks.
advantage, but just
Right. Well, I bet Dustin's got the advantage in a best 2 out of 3. In this
Probably.
situation, I think. Between the thick block line he runs and the anger he gains, the only way he's going to lose is if he gets caught with his pants down early. So,
Yeah.
you know, and that doesn't happen to that deck that often.
Yeah.
but he's the kind of person that's just gonna be, I want to leave, I want to go home.
Okay. I don't know why you wanted me to come and tell you guys. You guys were watching the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin won, guys, just so you know.
Send him over.
Yeah.
I go tell them I'm ready to do the match, and I realize you guys are.
Sitting here
Watching
watching
the
the whole
whole time.
thing.